are you guys talking about? Also, so sorry for the delay. My mic somehow got conked out for some reason, and it was going through voice mod, and I guess voice mod just didn't want to work. But hi, hello, I'm back. I was gone yesterday. I'm so sorry. I was swamped with work. I'm actually still swamped with work. I'm just choosing to ignore it. For those who don't know, I've got a lot going on. First of all, I'm a little quiet. Oh no. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try one thing. I'm gonna try actually running voice mod in the background because I think that's the problem. And we'll get it going from there. Come on, voice mod, come through for me. Running main app. Can you run it faster? Voice mod not available. Check settings. Change to voice mod. Okay. Give me one quick sec. I'm gonna lean back just in case it's like stupidly fucking loud. I don't want to blow your eardrums out. Change mics in. Where the fuck is it? Okay, here it is. 3, 2, 1. How's that? Is that a little better? Okay, thank God. 7 Seal Urso says hi. Hi! Also, not a lot of us here. Same with Lukage, who's on 55 streams in a row. Jesus fucking Christ, Lukage, you do have a life, right? Like, just to be abundantly clear, you have, like, things that you do outside of this stream, right? People are saying it's way better. I don't know what it is about my normal mic. My normal mic just doesn't do good. I think I just need to change, like, the levels on it. Justice Hurts says her voice coming out of nowhere. Yeah. Hi, sorry. Also, Notster says Diana is totally keeping you against your will. I am. You're not allowed to leave, none of you. Justice Hurts, welcome in, thanks for the follow. Also, Crayhack is on 5th stream in a row, and Lucas wants me to hydrate. Dude, we have a new flavor. This is not brought to you by sparkling water. I just happen to have sparkling water anytime I stream, and you know, I'm going with the bit at this point. It's tasty. Is it bloating? Yes. Do I care? No. This is passion fruit. We switched back to LaCroix for the variety of things. I also added lemon juice because it's really good. Justice says, will you be at PAX West? I will! So my next upcoming events are actually coming really fast in a row. God, my forehead is fucking shiny. Do you guys see this? Do you see this fucking, that glisten? We're getting, hold on. That's a little better. Hold on. We're just gonna like slap. This is what I do right before Chains of Asmodeus every single time I hop on stream, by the way, is because I can't stand the concept that I might be a sweaty gal. Also, Edigo says, are you a fan of Sleep Token or Suicide Boys? I am not, but I have a lot of friends who are fans of Sleep Token. And Seven Seal says, what if we have D&D? Are we allowed to leave then? I will give you a doctor's note. Don't worry about it. Let me get this camera a little bit better so you guys can see the whiteboard, because the whiteboard today is for our subscribers who are going to be known as Furniture Freaks, because we might be playing to date everything in a sec. Speaking of which, the first one of the day is Andronimo, who is here for the 10th month in a row. Hi! Welcome back. We also have Joe Fresh. Hello, and Dovies. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Okay, Andronimo, here we are. Oh wait, you have a lowercase a, don't you? Oh no. Oh God, I fucked it up already. Oh no, I've been on stream for less than 10 minutes. Okay. Andronimo. Here we are. Good to see you. Welcome back. Thanks for the sub. We also have Miguel. Hello, hello. Also, Panda says, hey man, we all go to touch grass at some point. Dude, yeah, I'm touching grass this weekend. Can we get a round of applause for the fact that I'm touching grass this weekend, like of my own volition, as opposed to being kicked outside by someone, you know, and told, you know, maybe the Wi-Fi goes down every once in a while, and I have to go touch grass out of necessity. This time we're actually, we're actually touching grass. We're going to Ren Faire. The Oregon Ren Faire is happening this weekend. It's like a jester theme, I believe. And I'm staying for the day, and then also doing their night event. If any of you guys are in Oregon and you're going to the Oregon Ren Faire this Saturday, I will be there wandering in a nice little dress with extremely iconic hair. So please come say hi. I'll be wandering around a lot. Don't expect me to like stop and chat for super long, especially because I'll be, I'm sure, drunk off my ass on mead in the heat, as God intended. It's like my favorite event. Nick and Nikki sent me a bunch of mead the other, like a little while ago. The Nyx, well, I went through it so embarrassingly fast. I'm changing the lights to queer color, by the way. I'm gonna try and get, where is it? Is it rainbowish yet? Why isn't it changing? Hold on. This is supposed to be wave, spectrum. Maybe? Nope, not that one. Here we go. Can you see it? Yeah, you can kind of see it if you're on the mobile app. Let's see. Super Nerd, hi, saying the hair is iconic. I just got it refreshed today. So we have, we're taking a new direction with the hair. Blue Marlin Games, hello. I'm gonna be touching it a lot because it's a lot lighter. Lucas says we can see the change in the mirror. Oh yeah, you can, huh? Crazy, yeah, so the hair is a lot lighter. he didn't cut off any of the length, so it's still like fucking long as shit, but it's like the layering is cut in and carved into it, so now basically it's like there's a bunch of layers with the hair, so it'll actually hold a fucking curl for once. The curtain bangs are perfect. The silver in the front, the blondish, is actually like silvery blonde as opposed to like brassy blonde. And then in the back, we changed it. We're trying to get rid of like how crispy these ends are. Like they're actively so fuck it. You guys might be able to, they're crispy ends. This is like, these, you could chop these up, tell me that they're fried onions and put them on a burger and I believe you. They are crunchy. And so we're trying to get it back to normal hair health by basically making it, so you see how this front part, sideburns and stuff are blonde? This back part used to be the same color, but now we're changing it to sort of a violet orange and transitioning it into like this chestnutty sort of vibe. So now it just says, glad you're happy and healthy day night. Yes, thanks so much for hanging tight with me the other day. I know I wasn't here yesterday. That was mostly just because work caught up to me. I gotta get caught up again. And also there's a project I'm working on that you guys might be interested in. If you haven't heard about it already, I am working on Exoe Ecology for Monster Hunters, which is a kickstarted, like 5e compatible thing. Firefox, I swear I'm a person. Oh my God, you want me to select the crosswalks? Please. Please, I know what a crosswalk, I know I'm just training your AI or some shit. Here we go. Here it is on Kickstarter. Before you say it, the Kickstarter has closed. I believe you can like do a late backing if you really want to, but we've already surpassed the goal that will get me into Lucas says Diana's about to out herself as a bot. Listen, don't worry about it. No, but it's really cool. I'll let you guys scroll through the main part of it on your own. The part that I'm coming in at is where is it? Let me do this. Basically, it's an ecology-based like 5e supplement that has now, thanks to unlocking the 50k bit of it, a Traveler's Guide to Botanical Nightmares, which is basically like a botany like add-on for it, which I'm helping write. This is my first and so far only time that I'm planning to help write an actual 5e supplement, so you'll see some of the content that I make in there. I don't do this very often, mostly because of time constraints. Like as soon as I'm done with stream, I'm sprinting off to just write for that, so bear with me there. But in the meantime, we'll hang out, we'll chat, and we'll have a good time. How have you guys been? And Geronimo says botany's nuts. It's not my degree, but I know enough about the fact that it could be like botany type creatures to take normal creatures and make them all like vegetative and shit. Apocryphal Stories, hello. Same with Silver Lice, B2 Bob Brow, Jinx, hello. Good to see you guys. Also, Cash Gal said Diana's like, I've got 10 minutes to hang and then I'm off. Yeah, right? I've been staring at I've been going through some inspo material. It's very horror based. And so there's some inspo material from my favorite book ever, Mother Nature's Trying to Kill You. And then Horror for Weenies, which is a book that Ben Brainerd got me a little while ago, which is basically just about like horror movies and how you can, it's like a summary of horror movies for people who don't want to live through the jump scares. So it goes through a bunch of movies and like tells you all about them, all about the themes, the script, what happens in them and things like that. So if you're a wuss like me, it's a solid read. So I'm using it for inspo. I'm also looking at the SCP wiki for inspo. So that's kind of the direction we're taking. Cash said horror movies for Diana's. That's me, that's exactly it. Equinox 4, hi, thank you so much for the sub. Oh my goodness. Equinox 4, welcome in. We'll get you on the board as well. Dragon Shadow said, good to see you, Diana. It's good to see you guys too. It's been a sec. Is anyone else doing anything exciting this weekend or going to any of the upcoming cons? We have the Ren Faire this weekend. After that is VidCon. I think I'm doing something the weekend after as well, but I am going to be at PAX West, PAX East, I've already been at, PAX Australia, PAX Unplugged, all the PAXs, literally every single one, which is exciting. Our Polar 15, hello, welcome in. And Geronimo says Dad's Day this weekend? Holy shit, is it Father's Day this weekend? Ah, fuck. Shit, tell your dads I said hi. In the least creepy way possible. Debauchery says I turned 28 today. Holy shit, guys, everyone say happy birthday to Debauchery. Also, Emperor says I'm going to PAX West. Hell yeah. Okay, so PAX West is really hard because I want to meet more people at it, but it's split across 3 fucking separate buildings in the downtown area of Seattle. I love PAX West for the sake of the fact that I get to see a lot more local vendors, like the people behind PNW and things like that, but I cannot for the life of me, like, run into anyone that I intend to meet there because you have to go through security every single time you want to head through a different area of, like, the convention. And the tabletop stuff is, like, way the fuck into a different building. it's really far. Apocryphal Stories says happy birthday. Also, everyone is saying happy birthday to Tea Party. Aw, hello. And there was a little shout out. Have a good birthday. I hope you're having a good one so far. Also, Justice Hertz has subbed with Prime. Hi, Justice Hertz. I'm gonna switch to the thicker pen because I feel like the other one isn't doing it justice. Hold on. Andronima, let me go over your name real fast. There we go. Thank you so much for the sub, you guys, by the way. This is 100% going towards my fund of buying skulls at Ren Faire, because that's the only thing I tend to buy at Ren Faire. I mean, aside from mead, I don't buy the turkey legs because the line is insane and they're $22. Do I want to? God, more than anything. Am I waiting in that line? Fuck no. But they have really good mead, which is, you know, not an hour-long line. It's maybe half an hour. ABCD also gets subs. Oh my god. Okay, wait, let me do this. Justice Hertz. Hurtz. Yeah, and then ABCDE. Fuck me with 5 subs. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, ABCDE, who is also going to be at Ren Faire potentially. Let's see. Equinox says what flavor of mead? I actually don't know what. Hold on. We can. This is easily verifiable information. Hold on. Oregon Ren Faire, because they have info on what the vendors are, I'm pretty sure. Lukish gifted 5 subs too. Thank you so much, Luke. Oh my goodness. Also, Zactivate says turkey leg line sounds like the baked potato line at the Big E. What the fuck is the baked potato line? What the fuck is the Big E? Yeah, that's new to me. Also, Equinox says they have pie flavor. Dude, I had an apple pie cider. So, an apple pie mead, I will say. Very good. There was also like a cranberry one that the Nick sent me. Oh my god. HT says a line of baked potatoes. Imagine doing a line, but it's just like the powdery shit that you turn into instant mashed potatoes. Just like chopping that up with a credit card. Also, Apocryphal Story says, having worked at a Ren Faire, the turkey legs are overrated, but I love the novelty. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's either here or Disneyland that you can get them, and there's nowhere in between. So like, I do it the one time a year, sometimes for the vibes. Lukich, thank you so much for the subs. We'll toss you in. What's the number again? Oh my god, we met the sub goal too? Holy shit. Because Zactivate also gifted 5 subs. Oh my god, thank you guys. Jesus fuck. Okay. Damn. Okay, so Lukich 86 with 5 gifted subs. There we go. We also have, oh my god, Zacnafane. Thank you so much, and welcome back. Has anyone else gone to any Ren Fairs this year so far? If so, did you meet any plague rats? I need to know. That's my only goal. Let's see. Oh, that's a 1. And then an N with another 5 subs. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm writing too big. This might be a problem here soon. Language says our Ren Faire is until September. Well, it's 800 degrees here. I bring my own pre-cooked turkey leg and it heats up in my satchel. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine just like setting a turkey leg out on the dashboard of your car and coming back 20 minutes later and having it nice and like toasty? But then the interior of your car would smell like both leather and meat, which wouldn't be great. Genshazam also resubbed. Welcome back for your 21st month. Jesus, saying hello. Hi! Okay. B Dizzle, welcome in if I didn't say it already. And Genshazam will toss you in over here. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. Holy shit. Bob McSnizzle also gifted 5 subs. Bob, hello. I don't think I've seen your name before, but hello and thank you so much. Oh my god. Let's see. Bob, I'll toss you in down here. McSnizzle. Amazing name. Sounds like McDonald's new horrifying, like, anti-Happy Meal option. Thank you so much. Times 5 gifted subs. Jesus. You guys are so sweet. The gifted subs help a lot because then people don't have to sit through ads when they come here, which is always nice. Also, Numel has reached 3 streams in a row saying, apparently I'm here a lot. Hi, and Robert Hitch, hello. Same with Jack Henson. Good to see you guys. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. Equinox says, I've been to my local Ren Faire and Comic-Con. In fact, Diana, you commented on the picture I posted in the server with a certain celebrity. Oh, amazing. Also, Hellhound, hi. Rope in a Knot is also here. Hello, hello. Notster says, Plague Rats, have you seen the Crooked Moon arrived at D&D Beyond 2? No, but I'm not surprised. Arrowhead gifted 10 subs? What the fuck is happening? Oh my god. Also, Panda says the funds for skulls have been sent to PayPal? This is insane. I just got here. Is this what happens when I leave for a day? Is you guys suddenly love me more? Is this what's happening? Oh my god. Okay, wait, if we actually, oh god, okay, wait, let me get the, let me get the gifted subs sorted first. Hi, Victor. Oh my god, good to see you! Guys, everyone say hi to Victor Storyweaver, amazing content creator, also in the TTRPG space over on TikTok. Wonderful human being. Arrowhead, let me put you in over here. Arrow, hopefully it's not right in the glare. It's right in the glare, isn't it? Oh no, we're good. 32 with 10 gifted subs. We'll do a little thickums line there for the 10. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Redstorm also subbed. Hi Redstorm, welcome in. Hello, hello. And Christoph said, hi, Victor. Veronica says everyone has withdrawal. Oh, from hanging out with me? With little me? No way. Oh, that's not withdrawal. That's your body healing. Redstorm83, we'll toss you in over here. Thank you so much for the sub as well. We'll toss you on the board of furniture freaks, furniture enjoyers, you know. We also have Tease Ace. Hi, we'll put you in over here. Tease Ace. There we are. Oh my god, that's right in the glare. Hold on. Let's do... How's that? That's a lot better, actually. Let's stick with that. Cash Cow said that they want me to roll a d20, saying, how will my Vegas trip go next week? Ooh, what kind of d20 do you want? What color, Cash Cow? Also, Justice Hurt says, you should do some collaboration with Mr. Rhexx. If you know him, his channel needs a boost right now. I thought Mr. Rhexx hasn't posted in a while. High-key, I love Mr. Rhexx's content. Whenever I need to learn any lore ahead of anything, I go to his channel. Highly recommend, if any of you guys are watching right now, Stitch is over on YouTube, for example. If anyone's watching on YouTube, Mr. Rhexx is fantastic. It's Mr. Rhexx with 2 X's. And he does a lot of content with regards to, oh Jesus, this dude's almost at 1 million subs. Holy fuck. Oh yeah, he's back. He does a lot of content that does like deep dives into D&D lore, and he specifically does like not just the lore that's in 5e, but also in really fucking like old versions of D&D that kind of feed into, the one on Mind Flayers is fantastic, for example. Gives you a lot of info on the stuff that's not in 5e, but that was in old versions that they left out for the sake of succinctness. So there's like, you know, Timberchild and, you know, all of the important dragon names, also gods. Anytime I'm doing like any sort of monster in my games, I go here to see if there's any cool lore that I can work in. It's super cool. Here's the link if you guys want to see it. Love that guy to death. I hope I get to meet him someday. He's like the only YouTuber I actually watch. But Cash Cow said use the pixel dice. Yeah, absolutely, I can do that. Also, there's a bunch of advantages and disadvantages. Cash Cow said, how will my Vegas trip go next week? Oh, I haven't charged it yet. Fuck. Okay. Shit, this thing charges really slowly. We'll do the dead pixel dice if you want to. I promise I'll charge it before next stream. I won't. Here's a disadvantage from Leakage, an advantage from Arrowhead, 2 advantages total, so that cancels out and brings us back to an advantage for Vegas from Christoph. Your butt tank also wants me to breathe. And then there's a hydrate too. Let's see. Justice Hurt says he stopped posting to work on his adventure, so the algorithm is going to be rough. Yeah, anytime you stop posting, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with it. That's like the only consistent advice I can give someone, no matter what platform you're on, if you're going to be being a content creator, is you have to post consistently. It doesn't have to be like the same single fucking time every day, but it has to be on a regular schedule so the algorithm knows when you're going to appear and they know when you're going to feed your audience their content. You know, it's that sort of thing. We have a minute left in this hype train, so I'm going to do this before it ticks down. But we have an advantage for Cash Cow's Vegas trip. The first roll is a 9, which ain't great. It is a very pretty 9 though. I kind of like this font. And then the second one is an 11, which is marginally better. We love 9 and 11 on this channel. That's 9 and 11. Mirek says, help, hello, I'm with coworkers. Getting after work food and margaritas. Oh, I thought you said help. You said hello. Hi, tell your coworkers I said hi. Muriak also gifted subs and brought us to the next hype train. Ah, Muriak, thank you so much. Oh God, my fucking sub count is gonna be like, oh, it's way the fuck off, isn't it? What did I set it at? I set it at like 10. I'll check that in a second. Muriak, thank you so much. Here we are, one of our like top gifted donors, I'm pretty sure, on the channel. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. We'll circle your name as well. Yerba Tank says 41 out of 10. Jesus. Okay, we're gonna set it to 50. A nice reasonable 50. A nice round number of 50. Modest. Also, Victor says, so dem dice keeping the trip mid as fuck. You know, not all the fun in Vegas is the gambling. You can go see a Penn and Teller show or some shit if they're still doing that. Zactafane says someone is about to get 10 more subs. I need to manage the goals on this channel too, because we've wildly bypassed the 560 subs. Thank you guys so much, by the way. People are saying that's 40. Oh God, did I hit 40? Oh shit. Ah, fuck. Here, 50. There we go. And let me check PayPal because someone sent money for skulls. So what the thing about the skulls is like Ren Faire is surprisingly cheap in the amount of stuff that you can pick up, just like, you know, not necessarily as far as dice goes, but as far as like little bits and bobs that you can't really pick up easily elsewhere. There's a dude that sells skulls. He only deals in cash, but you can get like weaponry, you can get like whole ass cloaks, and I mean like real cloaks, like the types of cloaks that you would wear in fucking the fuck off north of whatever of Westeros or whatever it's called. I didn't really watch Game of Thrones, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so you can get some really cool stuff there, and it's honestly surprisingly cheap. So I go there for like a yearly skull run. That's where I got, here we are. Here, let me show you this. This little guy, which is covered in dirt because it lives in a flower pot, but this is like a skunk skull, I believe. If I'm remembering correctly. There's also a coyote one just chilling above my headboard. Things like that. Victor says Northeros. Also, Equinox says cloaks with pockets. They have to have one, surely. Also, Professor Kitty MUS says, are you going to the Oregon Ren Fair? I'm going next weekend for my birthday. Yeah, so I'm going this upcoming weekend on Saturday. So also happy birthday. That's a great solid spot to go for your birthday. And especially because you're not going on the hot weekend. Last weekend was so fucking hot that people were passing out in the lines for like, you know, food and drink and stuff. So don't recommend going on the hot days. Also, Serenity, hi! Guys, can someone remind me to give Serenity VIP? And same with Victor, because I don't know why you don't have it. Courtney, I found out why you don't have VIP. It's because you have the artist tag. And they're mutually exclusive, but also, Miriak, I have you on the board. HL or L NL Noob, hi, and Fairweather42, welcome in. Jake is also here. Hi, good to see you guys. Let's see, Yerba Dag says they're all just elaborately whittled human skulls. Dude, I would pay more for them if they were elaborately whittled human skulls. Are you kidding? The artistry, I think I paid like maybe 10 to 20 bucks for those skulls. Probably even less, I want to say. Dude had so many of them. Also, Apocryphal says if you don't make your own skulls, store-bought is fine. Also, Brother Pig says new here, digging the vibes though. Hi, Senor Bonkies is also back. And then ABCDE said, oh my god, I'm glad you mentioned the cash thing because I'm from New York and we love paying for things with cash. And I meant to ask if cash went further than plastic. Yes, I have cash and glad I didn't deposit it. Yeah, so the Ren Fairs, there's some places that will only take cash, and they have an ATM there, but you have to wait in line for it. And like, I'm pretty sure the fees are bullshit, so. Fairweather says, first stream of COD, I love the YouTube channel. Oh my god, hi, thank you. I'm so glad you like the YouTube channel. Oh my god, people like me? Holy shit, this is wild. Oh man, I don't know what to do with this information. Senora says, yo, what's up, chat? And also, Lucas says, Diana needs to check out the Oddities Expo sometime for skulls. What is the Oddities Expo? Hold on, what is this? Oddity, because if it's like, taxidermied animals and like Oddities and Curiosities Expo, where? But where though? Where is it? North America. But where? Please, not ours. Where? Oh no. Oh god. Oh man, there's not a single bit of schedule. Oh shit, it travels. Ooh. And there's not a single one in Oregon. Oh, there is one. Shit, there's one in Portland. Shit, will I be out of town? I'll be in town. Maybe I'll go. Also, Senor says you single-handedly got me to try D&D a year ago. Now I'm a year into my first. Jesus fuck. Holy shit. Dracon. Again? Oh my god. Holy fuck. Dracon, thank you so much. Lucas says Dracon really likes furniture. I mean, I guess. Holy shit, thank you so much for the 100 gifted subs. And I'm so sorry for the amount of like notifications that are about to go off. Oh my god. Souvenir said they just want to get to the furniture. I saw all of the oh no step ladder jokes, or stepbrother step ladder jokes that were popping in earlier. Rubik's Cube says, damn, I just popped in here. Welcome. Also, Dracon, fucking 3 cheers for Dracon, everyone. Be sure to thank them for your subs. They've done this before, like literally last week, I want to say. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much, especially going into con season and stuff like that. It helps the audience, it helps me. That's super amazing. Okay, I gotta put your name in like huge letters down here. So give me a quick second. It's D-R-A-Y. Oh no, we're doing the shitty pen. We gotta do the good pen. The good pen, yeah. DRAYKHON09, is it? Times 100 fucking subs. Jesus fuck. I feel like I should do more than circles. I feel like I should do like a tap dance number for that. Oh my god. Professor Kitty Moose also subbed with Prime. Hi! And Scotty Boy cheered 100 bits. Hello, Scotty Boy. Welcome in. Prof Kitty, let me toss your name on here. Kitty M-U-S. I'm glad I stopped doing that thing where people would gift multiple subs and then I'd have to write their name once for every single time they gifted a sub because there's no fucking shot. Let's see. Dragon Shadow says, whoa. And Darth says, thanks for the sub. We're getting a lot of thank yous. That's so sweet. Also, Yerba Dang says, Dracon's putting those poor advertisers out of business. They're Amazon advertisers. I'm sure they're fine. Guys, Frecky is here. Guys, everyone say hello to the Frecky Wolf. And can someone remind me to give Frecky VIP later as well. There's only 50 VIP badges, so I'm gonna have to boot someone from the list, but like, Dracon says I hate ads anyways. Dude, same. I was watching something on Tubi the other day. I was watching the IT Crowd, actually. Highly recommend that show. It's such a good show. And it was on Tubi, and it's like, the ads are so bad when you're like watching TV on one of those like free services that's run by ads, because it's all medicine. And it's like, I'm sorry, I don't suffer from eczema or fucking mesothelioma or whatever the fuck. I'm sorry, this is aimed at someone who's 70 years older than me, and I don't think someone 70 years older than me is watching the IT Crowd. Dragon Shadow says, I love the IT Crowd. It's so good. Tragic last season, but like up until then it was great. Gamerax, hi. Akodu Garu, hi, hello. Frecky says, what? No, hi. So guys, Frecky, me, Nagobi, Sloan, and was that it? No, I thought we had one other person. I'd be forgetting. We got a group of D&D content creators together, and we did a really fucking cool project. I'll let you guys know when it's out. I don't want to tease it too much, but it's really fucking funny. Oh, hey, Akodo says, oh snap, I caught a live. Hi! Yeah, why do we have so many people in here? I'm like a little suspicious of it, not gonna lie. Am I on the front page again? No one told me. Akodo is here subbing with Prime. Also, Frecky subbed for 3 months. Hi, Frecky! Ah, thank you. That's really sweet of you. Jesus. Also, Ancient Mango says, will there be a Kickstarter for your project? So the Kickstarter for the project that I'm currently working on is actually already closed. So we're like already good to go. You can back it late if you want to. It's Exoe Ecology for Monster Hunters. I'm only doing some input on the last segment on essentially on the stretch goal segment where it's like a traveler's guide to botanical nightmares, which is going to be a little add-on at the back. Hi, Cleotech. Hello, hello. Frecky, let me get you on the board as well. Okay, this pen is dead. Let's get rid of that one. Also, Pentawhale says, you may have said something about it before, but what do you think of Daggerheart? I think it's gorgeous. I haven't played it yet, so I want to see how it actually plays. But I really, really, really want to play it. Especially with the cards. It's just so pretty. The cards are pretty. The layout of the book is pretty. Akodu, let me get you on the board as well. Is it Akodu? Akodo Garu. Welcome in. Thanks for the sub, friend. Also, Justice says, how did I miss this? You have a project? It's not mine, so it's my friend Andy's. Andy is a basically like PhD holder in some sort of ecological thing. I always forget this and I feel so bad for it. But they're writing a book. This is their second supplement, actually. I did a little video on it, but I'm helping out with the last part because we hit a stretch goal. So we're creating traps, monsters, and extraplanar botanical shit, essentially. So, Vaden says, I need someone to make a Daggerheart into a system for Foundry. Soon I want to switch over to do it for my party. Oh, that'd be great. I kind of am surprised that no one's done it yet, actually. But yeah, I want to go through it and a little bit more detail. It's gonna be my next plain book. Also, Panda wants me to do a D&D themed tarot card reading, which I can absolutely do, except for my D&D themed tarot cards are way the fuck this way. Ow. Uh-huh. I did a workout the other day in which I picked up and put down something heavy, like maybe once or twice. And the gods are fucking punishing me for it. They're like, never do that shit again. So my legs are so fucking sore. Hence why I will be sitting for an extended period of time today. Let's see. Chris said my ads know nothing about me. I keep getting hit with Spanish ads. I don't know Spanish. Oh, I'm so sorry. It might be because I have Latina in my, like, bio. Whoopsies. Also, Nick Reinhardt says, Diana, do you have a Discord? Yeah, Lucas just linked it there. It's called the Rose Garden if you guys want to hop in. It's not super spammy, I promise. I don't do the at everything thing, like whenever I go live or some shit, but you can just sign up for individual alerts if you want to. It's nothing crazy. It's mostly people talking about nerd shit and sharing their minis and their pets. And people will share like their food that they make, which is really fun. I was like, there's like 2 channels where I will like almost everything that comes into it, maybe 3. It's like the minis channel, the food channel, and the pets channel. I absolutely love it. Cash Call just posted a disclaimer regarding the D&D themed tarot deck, but the D&D themed tarot deck is super fun. Essentially, it's quite literally exactly what it sounds like. It's a tarot deck that has a bunch of D&D themed cards and things like that on it, with some Art Nouveau art and things like that. And what I'll do is, in answering Panda's question, saying, I need to know if my job is gonna suck the life out of me this week, I'm just gonna try my best to pull a single card. I'm not gonna do a full spread, and then give you an answer as to whether or not your job will suck. So it's all D&D themed, so it comes with its own like booklet, so you don't have to know shit about tarot, which thank God, because I don't know shit about tarot. Big hi, hello. Also, Nonster wants me to hydrate. I can do that. Here's some more passion fruit seltzer. Here. Cheers. I know you're not supposed to cheers water, but it's got enough lemon in it that it's fine. Also, Ancient Mangoes says, Diana, have you ever played a D&D session where the party had to start a jailbreak? If so, how well did it play out? Ooh, I haven't yet, but it's a really cool concept, mostly because it almost requires you to go the non-lethal route, because if you do the lethal route, like you have to develop a really solid way for the party to not want to absolutely murk everyone in the prison. Outside of just like numbers and shit like that, like that's obviously the easy way to do it, but then you become wanted by every kingdom known to man. So obviously you don't want to do that, but you want to be able to successfully get someone out of prison, which means using disguise spells, tunneling your way out of there, portaling your way out of there, stuff like that. So, you know, it'd be pretty fun. Kaid says, if it's a bad prison, then murk away. That's true. But I feel like it's more fun when you have to like sneak your way around. The closer you can get in a D&D game to, oh God, what's Dishonored? The sort of like stealth game where you have a choice to go the lethal route or the non-lethal route, and it's kind of up to you to decide what you do. I think the closer you get to that sort of like game in D&D, the better you are as a DM, because it provides a lot of nuance when it comes to the moral grayness of the story and things like that. And people get to decide whether or not they're just like murder hoboing assholes, or if there are certain people in the world who may owe them their life and things like that. Here's the tarot card. This is the, oh my God, what is it? 2 of Intelligence. So I don't think we've seen this card yet. In all of these cards, these suits are basically taken up by D&D stats. That's the word. How did I forget the fucking word stats? And so the 2 of Intelligence is one of them. Let's see what this means. It's one of the minor arcana. 2 of Intelligence. How our inner monologue causes confusion and how we must find a way to listen to our heart. So it's basically like, hey, go with your gut and don't second guess yourself, is what it sounds like. There's a quest hook that comes with each of these readings as well. This one says, you see a lever that is inscribed with magical symbols. Do you pull it? So, nice little quest hook. Ancient Mango says, I love Dishonored. That's a major inspiration for my homebrew. Yeah, I love that sort of stuff. A Chill Day is also here. Hey, we also have Urza, Shriveled Date, Maddie Llama, Ezzy, Hi Hello, and Never Sleep, all of whom have followed. But A Chill Day, since you've subbed, let me add you to the board. Oh my God, I'm running out of space. I'm gonna toss you one over here. A Chill Day. Hi, hello, welcome in, and thank you so much for the sub. We also have Death Chaos, who wants me to hydrate. I can do that. And Zeno, welcome in. Oh my God, Iron Joker's also here. Hi, Urza says hello. Hello, welcome in for the first time. Also, Dragon Shadow says, how can I get my Diana Fortune told? It's like one of the redeems in the chat. It has a cooldown though, that's pretty tough. So, yeah, it's kind of just whoever gets to it first, I think. I don't think it's 1 per stream necessarily. I think it's like 1 or 2 maybe. But Iron Joker, 1 or 2, let me get you in the board, or on the board, not in it. I mean, I guess you are a furniture freak now, so it's up to you how you want to interpret that. Iron Joker, thank you so much. 102, we'll get the numbers on there. Thank you so much for the sub. Justice Hurt says no hives causing cider today. Not today, because I have a chance to be on the front page, and if you're visibly intoxicated on the front page, turns out Twitch doesn't like that. So we're not doing that, but I appreciate that you watched that video. That was a good video. I liked it. Samurai Seal says, I've arrived. Hello. Also, Super said, in Dishonored, the more lethal you are, the more rotten and corrupted the world becomes. Yeah, and I hated that because fucking, and this is the gripe that I have with every single video game ever, is the fucking, yeah, weepers. These bitches. There's a thing in video games where no matter what, every single fucking video game on the planet has some variety of zombie in it, which is horrible when you're a bitch like me who is horribly terrified of zombies, okay? Like, I can't do this shit. But every single video game has them, including the Weeper, including Dishonored, even though they just call them Weepers. Blah, blah, blah. It's a zombie. Shut the fuck up. And I hate it. I actually got to a point in the game where I was trying to avoid them, and I went into the sewers, and I straight up could not avoid them any longer. Like, there was no way around them. You just had to kill them. Oh my god, I remember the graphics for this game being so much better. Oh no, I'm old, aren't I? And I just put the game down. I couldn't do it. DBC said Weeper. I hardly know her. Also, Maddie Llama says not Twitch front page being the fun police. Tell me about it. Also, NL Noob says, hi, first time catching a stream, but seen lots of your TikToks. Is it all right if I ask for some D&D advice? Absolutely, that is what I am here for. We also have Cash Gal, who is redeeming a Taraka deck fortune on behalf of Dragon Shadow. So Dragon Shadow, if you want to ask a question, let me know, and I'll pull from a different deck. This isn't the Tarot deck, it's gonna be the Taraka deck, which is way the fuck over there somewhere. So I'll go grab it, and it is essentially like, it's the Taraka deck from Curse of Strahd, actually. So if you have a question, we can try and interpret the answer from the cards. But yeah, Berserker says, hi, Miss Diana. Hi, hello. Let's see, and Equinox says, hey, Diana, do you need more colors of dry erase markers? So I have a bunch of colors. They're just like not as easy to see on camera, so I usually don't go for them. I go for black. I could do other colors. Some people sometimes used to request colors, but then the subs started coming in too much, and I couldn't do that because it was just a lot. But let's see. Vinny Smiles over on YouTube says, the only issue with Dishonored was the ludonarrative dissonance. They say play your way, but intend you to play a specific way. They do kind of railroad you. I wasn't a fan of that either. Berserker also wants me to hydrate, which I can absolutely do. And then NLN Noob says, I've only ever played Barbarian, and I want to play a spellcaster for the first time. Do you have any advice or preferences regarding which spellcaster to play? I would say no, but well, okay. They're all really easy except for Warlock. I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that the spell slots aren't normal. Excuse me. Wizard is considered one of the harder ones. Bard and Cleric are pretty easy. NLN Noob says, I'm leaning towards Sorcerer, I think. So I think Sorcerer is actually considered one of the harder ones as well because of meta magic. It just introduces a lot of rules and it breaks a lot of rules in a certain way. Hey, we achieved a combo with the bits. Amazing. But it's really up to you. Like, I honestly would pick it based off of vibe that you enjoy more so than the mechanics, unless you're really concerned about not being able to learn mechanics. But there are tutorials everywhere online for things like that. So I feel like, oh goodness, I'm allergic to talking about D&D, I guess. There goes my career. I really think you should base it off of what sounds fun to you and what matches your character's aesthetic, intention, things like that. Especially when it comes to Sorcerer, because it's so tied to your actual bloodline. Same with Wizard. Like, if you have a certain type of magic that you like doing, that could be one really good way to pick Wizard. If you're just like, oh yeah, I just straight up like want to be an illusionist. That's an option, you know. You can also, if you're really like concerned about going full caster, you could do a Eldritch Knight fighter instead, and have that be your thing, because that's just like a little, it's like a teaspoon bit of magic. Just a little flare of magic for some pizzazz. We reached level 2. Oh my god. Thank you guys for the bits. Also, Arrowhead says, I straight up didn't know what that button did. I don't know either. They sent me an email about it. I put it in the Discord for those who are curious what that is, because I also had no fucking clue. Didn't actually read it. I just shared it with you guys. But Lucas wants us to do a poll saying, what's the best Ren Faire food? Turkey legs, bratwurst, meat on a stick, meat or cider, and desserts. If meat doesn't win, I know who you guys are, and I will be so mad. I will be so disappointed in my audience. Duck Brown 2014, welcome in. Same with Sergeant Shenanigans, hello. And we also had My Head is HBY, Shits and Giggles is here, amazing name. And we had a posture check from Death Chaos as well. Ancient Mango says meat all the way. Dragon Joe says Kobold Bard. I think bards are really fun. I feel like they're a bit more of a support class and people don't tend to play them as a support class. But you can also do Druid. I think that's a really easy starter caster. It's also got like enough melee capabilities that you can get used to and you can implement your fighting rules if you don't want to do like full on just ranged casting. So, Cleo Tech has subbed with Prime. Hi Cleo! Thanks for using your Prime sub on me. That's super sweet of you. Let me toss your name on the board. Cleo. Let me put this in capitals. Tech. Here we are. That's kind of a shitty writing of your name, but I promise I mean it with love. It's just my pen sucks. And Justin 4321, welcome in. Let's see, Johnny says rogues deserve extra attack. I know, I'm so sick of dipping into fighter just to get an extra attack. Oh my god. Also, Stupid Nerd said Diana would recommend Druid. Yeah, of course I would. My room is green. Even my fucking whiteboard has greenery on it. Do you see the fucking dono bar up there? It's green for a reason. I like green. I like druids. I like earthy shit. Ignore the dead plants that are behind this board. It's fine. That's why I pretend to be good at plant shit. TBCU said the poll is live for those watching right now over on Twitch. You can vote for the best Ren Faire food. Alex Williams says Hexblade Rogue gives a bit of fun. Yeah, that would be fun. Also, Kashka said, even her fake plants are green and the dead plants are brown. Listen. Let's see. We also have Jayok says, dead plants are still earthy, just in a different way. Yeah, I'm just getting a jump start on my composting and I'm sick of people giving me shit for it. But Clade says, I just started a new game and I'm trying your Bard Chef idea. Only on week 2, but there's potential. I love that concept. I also made a thread the other day about a concept of a Bard who was, okay, you know how beta fish have this... Beta fish. They have those big ol' fins, those frills. Can you imagine a bard who does like dancing as their thing, but like that traditional Mexican dance that I don't remember the name of, which is traditional Mexican dance, which has like those skirts and things like that. Yeah, these guys. Can you imagine someone who dances like this and they're like a Triton that was flavored after a beta fish, and then that was like their bard capability? How fucking cool would that be? Oh my god. Also, Death Chaos says glitter hair when. Listen, I stand 2 feet away. Like, my computer is below me, like, underneath the desk, maybe, like, 3 inches from where my hair normally falls. It's bad enough as it is. If there was glitter involved, Jesus fuck, that'd be a bad it'd be a bad mix. Mick Moodster. Hello. Same with Dementor 260, and Lizardio loves aliens. Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Let's see. Justice Hurt says Spores Druid. I love Spores Druids. I haven't played one yet, but I know they're OP. Also, Impulsive says, hi, I found you through Forgotten Past. I love Red and the gayness coming out in the recent episodes. It's really well timed for Pride, honestly. I'm glad you like it. That was honestly like a split second decision with Sachi, where I was like, you know what, Sachi, I'm gonna have your character be Red's like full-on bisexual awakening. And Sachi was like, all right, bet. And it's a fantastic story. Sachi's amazing at like going with the flow and the improv sort of thing. ABCD also says, I have a cool friend back in Minnesota who does all that full colorico dancing. And I know that the dances and dresses change based on the region within Mexico. Ooh. Sorry, I'm allergic to my own culture, I guess. Let's see. Akado says, I have an Oathbreaker character idea, and the necromancy is flavored as fulfilling what he couldn't, protecting the innocent, but no game. Oh, so like, wait, an Oathbreaker with necromancy? I love that concept. Also, Sergeant Shenanigans says Gesundheit, or however you spell it. Okay, so it looks like the Ren Faire food poll is up, and oh my god, cider got the most votes by far with 19 votes. The second one is meat on a stick, which is the turkey leg, I imagine. Oh no, just straight up meat on a stick got second place. Turkey leg got third place with only 1 vote. Dessert got also fourth place with 1 vote. And then the last place with no votes was bratwurst, which is insane to me, but I won't judge you guys too hard for it. But Chuck Jarvis, Hello, hello. Same with Katie's Mans. Hi. Hello, hello. Allergy season, dude. I moved it to Bend, Oregon to get away from all this shit, and yet it sneaks in. It might just be the dust from my computer as well. I don't know. Nonster says, so I asked AI to generate us a fake Diana and absolutely nailed the hair. Posted in the art channel in the Discord. Oh god. I try and keep AI art on the Discord, and I feel like it's gonna be... Ugh. I'll take a look, but I'll probably have to remove it at some point. But I appreciate the thought of it trying, hopefully pre-violet hair, violet orangish hair. Arrowhead wants me to do some improvised lore. Hi, Arrowhead. What sort of lore would you like? Nostra says, I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's okay. I never explicitly mentioned it, so no biggie. But Reba says, I'm from Wisconsin. Bratwurst isn't Ren Faire food, it's every weekend food. Yeah, exactly. Like a solid sausage. Take that how you will. But Arrowhead, would you like world building lore, storytelling lore, or like quest-based lore? Those are the three options. Universe Balls also says, as a chef, I feel like more than a fighter than a bard. Maybe taking bard as a dip to get inspiration, but all cooks start fighting for their life on the line first before getting good. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I had a friend once who was like, oh my god, wait, can you imagine a bard who's like a chef who does like actual decent chef food? Where they like go full Gordon Ramsay on it, and like their vicious insults are them just calling someone a fucking peanut or some shit. Airhead says, let's go quest-based. Okay, awesome. Airhead says I wasn't prepared for a question to go with that redeem. Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, that's how the redeem works. I'll go grab it. It is a bitch and a half to get out though. And I'm concerned about how sniffly I got all of a sudden. So I'll be right back. We're gonna take a quick break because we're about an hour into stream anyway. Everyone stretch, grab some water, and I'll be back in like 2, maybe 3 minutes. I take really short breaks, so just give me one quick moment and I'll hit the be right back screen and I'll turn up the chill step so you have some sick tunes to listen to. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just want you to know it was an arduous fucking process getting these cards out, specifically because my legs are still so sore. But I'm back. I got it. So your Bonkies also gifted 5 subs and subbed themselves. Hi, Bonkies! Oh my god, thank you so much. Let me get you... where's my proper pen? Here we go. Let me get you on the board, which is wildly full at this point. I'm gonna smush you in over here. Senor Bonkies times 6 total subs. One for you, some for everyone else. Thank you so much for the sub. Also, Airhead says, I appreciate the effort. Yeah, I mean, if there's something specifically you want me to build lore around, I can do that. Otherwise, I will just go with the story engine cards, which are what I use for that particular redeem, where I go through and I create a story or some lore or like a little quest-based thing that is built with these cards that were gifted to me by the story engine folks. Amazing people, by the way. They're so cool. Like, they're the sweetest human beings ever. Let's see. Vault Dweller says JD Vance must be looking at the title of the stream with a huge amount of curiosity. Oh god. Oh man. Oh god. I don't know if I want his eyes on it. What if he does to me what he did to the Pope, dude? I don't want to be in danger. Johnny says a chef bar that focuses on animate objects to use its food to attack you. Yeah, dude, I feel like chef bar can go so many different directions. You can have like Bob McSizzle says your music is always a vibe. Yay! Oh, good, I'm glad. I hope it doesn't get too old. Also, Frecky says, wipe my name out, leave the room for others. Absolutely not, Frecky. Frecky, you stay on the fucking board, okay? No one leaves the board until I say so. That's the rule. Also, Zactivate says he'd have to meet you in person. I feel like you guys don't frequent the same circles. Just run into him at Gen Con. Veltro says, I'd be more scared to have JD Vance do what he did to his couch. Oh god. Also, we don't want a blurry stream. There we go. But, let's see. We have a couple options here for storytelling. And if you haven't, like, used the story engine deck before, basically it's kind of like tarot spreads where you set out a bunch of different cards that mean different things from different decks, and then they will, like, basically give you full-on story layouts. I use them as quest hooks and, like, things like that for the most part. But we'll start off with an agent card, if we can get them out of the fucking box. There we go. Let's see. Tuesday says she threatened the camera and the focus said, I'm out. So sorry. But we'll start with what we call an agent card, which is basically like the characters who make choices in the story. This is like someone who is a notable NPC who is not the party member. If we're talking in tabletop games, it could also be used for like normal writing if you're the type of person who does normal writing, which I'm pretty sure Arrowhead might be. But we have 4 options here. There's a heretic, a black sheep, a witch, and oh my god, I can't twist my arm like that, and a dissident. And ooh, I kind of want to say heretic or witch. We could say either one. Odie's here! Guys, everyone say hi to Odie! Oh my god, I've been waiting for you to fucking show up. Where have you been? You clocked out, dude. Where the fuck have you been? We are, guys, if you don't know who Odie is, Odin is one of 2 amazing hosts of the Worlds Apart podcast. Let me see if I can find it. Worlds Apart TTRPG, which actually just had its most recent episode go up. And oh my god, we actually show up in the search engine now? Holy shit. Been waiting for that one to happen. Here we go. Here is... on a daily basis. Shit's hard. Worlds Apart. The latest episode is up now. Also another short where I look absolutely ridiculous, but it's kind of fun. Where this just went up. So, you know, go check it out. I am once again a podcast host and I'm honestly here for it. Odie says, I'm sick, I'm trying to function. Give me a damn second. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot you have man flu. Guys, everyone wish Odie that he gets better. Grey Bear says, my players are about to have the final battle with Straw this weekend. They made it to his crypt and have set his coffin on fire. I had Straw's response to animate his flaming coffin, and that's where we left off this session. Shit, that's a good response. What a great fuck you, honestly. I kind of hear it. Also, Strahd would 1000% have like an entire series of coffins that he just has to pull out of storage. Like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? You may as well become a coffin maker yourself. You're fucking immortal. Pick up a skill. Learn how to do woodworking. Let's see, Airhead says, I like the thought of heretic. Awesome, so we use heretic. And from then on out, we're gonna choose what's called the engine card. And the engine card is the motivation or relationship that this person has that drives the story and is kind of like the main plot hook. We could say a heretic who wants to find love in or with. And we could say that he wants to ease a heartbreak with or of. Ooh, I love the concept of heartbreak. Because immediately this is giving like Big Bad, who was once they had their heart broken and now they're a fucking problem for everyone else. They left a church or something like that and now they're, especially when it comes to like tabletop games, if you have a like, maybe they were a former devotee of a god of love and then someone broke their heart and then they fucking got like, oh my god, okay, ideas. Maybe they're now like, oh yeah, fuck love. It's not a real thing. Everyone sucks and I'm part of the problem. But let's see. Half says hi Diana, hi chat. Dragon, thank you for the gifted sub. Ah, hello. And then here we are. And then Senora says, does a purple shirt go with a light gray or blue shorts? Depends on the tone of purple. If it was like lavender, I'd say so. Okay, let me grab the next one. Kashka said never asked Diana for relationship advice. She loves heartbreak and will give bad advice. That's not true. I make reasonable choices and encourage other people to do the same. Watch yourself. Carbo creates, welcome in. Senior Bucky says vibrant fucking perp. I don't know if that would go with, did we say, what were the shorts colors? Hold on. Shirt go with light gray or blue shorts. I would say light gray. If you had to choose between the two. Ideally tan, honestly. I feel like that might fucking work. But Baranka says, Diana's making the anti-Cupid in a date everything stream. I truly am. So we have a heretic who was disillusioned by the concept of love after heartbreak. And as a result, we have the anchor card, which is an object's location or event of importance. And we have 4 options: a gas mask, a case of ammunition, a crash site, or a virus. Ooh. We don't have to necessarily work it in right away. Obviously, if we're going fantasy settings, I feel like most of these are probably not the best option. This does come from an expansion pack, which is what that little symbol in the corner means. It's post-apocalyptic. And so we could pick a separate card, or we could go with, I want to say virus is probably the easiest option there. Potentially. Senor Baki says, changing the shorts, thanks. Of course, glad I could help. Also, Berserker says, tell the truth now, Miss Diana. Oh god, what have I done? Also, Nick Reinhardt says, have you ever played an Artificer? Not yet, actually. I kind of want to. I don't know why. I don't play as much as I think you guys think I do. I do a lot of one-shots, but they're in various different games. And so I don't usually, like, have the chance to get fully into things. But let's see. Now we have a conflict card, and this is essentially something that goes wrong and something that could be a potential hook in for a player character group. Gothic Frogger, hi, and Carbo creates, hello. Arrowhead says, of those, the virus probably vibes best. Maybe like the love interest was ripped away by some sort of plague. Yeah, so maybe like someone fully died, and so like no matter how much you believe in love, it doesn't fucking matter. Something's gonna come in and you know, even beyond the reach of the goddess of love, or god of love, depending on your setting, some things can't be helped, you know? Everything could be absolutely perfect, and then sickness could still take hold, you know? But, Berserk says, was referring to your statement about making calm, rational decisions and encouraging others to do the same. You know. Justice Her says you do a Chains campaign, though. I do, yeah. So that is the only long-running campaign I have that's recorded. I have one where I'm a bard in a home game, but other than that, I have no long-running campaigns. I try and limit it, otherwise I run out of actual human being time. So this is the conflict card. There are 2 options, but they must find something they lost long ago, or, oh, here we are, but they must accept a loss that they have been in denial about. Oh shit! Accepting a loss that they've been in denial about is a great one, and that fits right in with the concept of the fact that, like, maybe this heretic's former lover was taken by an illness, and they're like, I can do anything to get them back. Like, I'm just not trying hard enough, and this love god isn't fucking helping me, so now I'm, like, turning away from the church and carving my own path. Also, Johnny Infamous says, have you ever implemented puzzles into boss battles? I recently started giving my players the ability to capture or steal away boss monsters, and they really took to it a lot. They were fighting a giant sea monster, and they had the option to fight it head-on for a harder battle, or they could connect the chains that were on the beast's pillars to give the battlefield across the battlefield to restrain it so they could get advantage to hit the beast. I like that. I like that it's not just like an instant like insta-kill or like a weak spot type thing either, where it's like, hey, you have to do a series of skill challenges or use your magic in new ways in order to make it slightly easier. It doesn't win the battle for you, but it makes it easier. We're also getting the raid guided by Will, saying, got a raid dying of exposure where we're playing Paranoia. I can do my best. We still got half an hour in stream, so, but I will try and remember that. Let's see, dying of exposure. I'll paste that into my notes. I got you. Also, let's see. The camera's focusing. Oh, there we go. Ancient Mango says, for my homebrews, BBEG, I was thinking of an elf that committed cannibalism in her goddess's temple and gets cursed for it. She later makes a pact with Demogorgon to get back at the goddess. Does that sound good? Oh, shit. Yeah, but I would consider Demogorgon's motivations as a demon prince, because like despite being a demon prince and being all full of chaos, there's got to be a reason he's coming after whatever that goddess is specifically, and so like maybe he has a reason to get back at that goddess, or maybe getting back at the goddess has tangentially something that will benefit Demogorgon as well. So that's always an option. And then we also have an aspect card, which is one of the last things. We can attach this to pretty much any other card in the set that could help us out. And this might describe, for example, the nature of the virus. We have 4 options. One is cannibalistic, which is very on par, pre-war, plague-bearing, or nihilistic. Ooh, what if they're plague-bearing? What if it's the heretic that's plague-bearing, and so they still have like the disease themselves that took away their partner, and they like are immune to it in a sense, and they could use their immunity for good, but instead they are like just so in denial about their partner's death, and you know, the virus itself becomes a tool of their destruction in this sort of like fight against the goddess's beliefs, because the goddess didn't lift a finger to help this guy. So that's a potential plot hook there, a potential story, potential BBEG. So yeah, that's the lore building part of the stream. Let me put these away real fast. Cash Cow said they're unknowingly a carrier but not affected by it and blames the goddess. Yeah. Oh man, and maybe he's like going around just assassinating people with the virus, like he's weaponized it, especially couples, and he always leaves one alive. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make everyone else suffer the way that I did because this love goddess won't fucking help me. So he becomes a heretic and becomes a essentially like weapon on his own. And especially when you think about what the virus could do in people's dying breaths, right? Like maybe he destroys someone's lover and then goes and recruits them, the remaining survivor, for his army, and they're like, yeah, I have nothing left to live for, you know? And so maybe it's like a recruitment tactic as well. That could be really cool. Airhead says, thanks for that, that's a cool redeem. Of course. Let me put this away real fast, and then we can hop over to date everything, because I did say that I wanted to talk about that at some point. Van Highview, hi, welcome in. And Slender says, how do you defeat the ultimate Leviathan? Scheduling. I use when to meets or let us meets quite often. A when to meet is essentially a page. I could actually show you what it looks like. When to meet. So this is just a simple little page that you go to, and I'll put it in the side chat for you. Or actually, no, I won't. Just go to whentomeet.com. You'll be able to find it. You can set an event name, and then set what dates that you're available to, you know, play a game, for example. And you can set it to like specific dates, specific days of the week, and then say what times might work. So you could say like between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. in Pacific time. And then when you create an event, then just call it a new name. Then you can send a link out to whoever you want to. And then they will come in, insert their name, and then fill in what times they're available on each of those days. And then that will collate them all together and show you when everyone is available, like what time slots everyone's consistently available. So, highly recommend that. That's what I use. Apocryphal says, when to be to save me so many games and campaigns. Truly. Also, Justice Hurt says, Orcus is also the prince of undeath, so it kind of makes sense. Oh yeah, potentially having like an undead sort of. Oh, where the Raven Queen and Orcus are mortal enemies. Yeah, I wonder why Orcus hates her so much. I don't really know where that came from. But anyway, where the fuck is it? Here we go. We have the Date Everything demo. So if we want to, we can continue on and hop into that. We do have the full game. I don't know if it's out yet though. But Itachi Crows is back for a 3rd stream in a row. Hello, hello. Good to see you, good to see you. And Grimble Fair says, I love ads. I'm so sorry, I can't control the ads. Let me change the stream info here real fast so we can let you guys know that we're playing Date Everything and kind of switching gears for the last half hour or so of stream. It's more like 20 minutes, to be honest, but I've been curious about this demo because I keep seeing people like posting their bits and pieces and all of the... Did stream freeze? Oh god, did stream freeze? It looks okay on my end. Oh no. Also, Slender says, really handy, thanks for a non-meme. Oh, of course. I mean, you could just kidnap your friends, of course. That's always an option, but like, you know. It looks good here. Okay. Thank God. Also, Notster says it's made by Sassy Chap. Nice. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people posting about these, wait, hold on. Let me get it back. There we go. Posting all of their like voice actors that they recognize and things like that. And we didn't get very far into the demo. I think we started... Oh no, did it not save our progress? Shit, it didn't save our progress. Fuck. Okay, we may not be able to do that. Grimwolf says, it is cool ads. It was about Cyberpunk 2077 on the Switch 2. Has anyone gotten a Switch 2? Or what are the thoughts so far? Because I know people were talking about Mario Kart 8 and how, I guess, really good it is. As someone who doesn't play the Mario Kart games, what is the actual genuine opinion of the people? What are we thinking? Because I heard the rubber banding was a little not fantastic. I don't know. But let's see. Okay, well, we can't play that because the demo reset us and we were like an hour in. 777 says, I can't tell you how much I don't want to see the live action How to Train Your Dragon ad squad. I'm so sorry, Vandal. I hope you can hear me. I'm sorry. It doesn't look that great. I think it would be better if someone was like a diehard fan of How to Train Your Dragon. Maybe. Also, Stupider said we gotta go back to the bed because we cut her off due to stream end. I could try and like speed run it if we really wanted to and get back to where we were, because there might be a way to, there we go. To kind of like speed through, because I know they have, fuck, what do you call it? There's always an option that's like, hey, shut the fuck up, get me out of this tutorial in all of the dialogues that you have. And yeah, we've been through this. Let me skip all this real fast and see if we can go back to the bed. Oh God, the mouse is still so janky. Oh no. Okay, I'm so sorry. This is not intended.
Happy Tuesday from your favorite chief executive officer.
But I don't want to go through
As you know,
that whole thing
every
again.
day here at Valdivian is a reason to celebrate.
Damn it. Yeah, I don't know. If it had saved progress, I might be down. However, I'm afraid it's not gonna work out this time. Sorry, chat. Justice Hurt says I'm excited for it. Lilo and Stitch was good too. Really? I heard Lilo and Stitch was really bad, but I don't know. Also, Notster says, give in to the tracking cookies, get better adverts. Also, Johnny says, have you seen Clown in the Cornfield? I have not. I've never even heard of it, but it sounds like a Children of the Corn type movie. We also have Odie who says, Diana, you should get into Guild Wars 2. It's free, just saying. I'm about to put some hours into it. Dude, I can't believe you've been sick for like, what, 2 days and you're already signing up for the war? We also have ABCD who said, I've been watching Mets 31 play on the Switch 2 and I've had so much fun watching it via stream. Oh. Wait, so what actually changed in the Switch 2? What's new? Switch 2. Also, how much is it? Jesus, it's $500 for something that's essentially like the same thing. Here we go. Nintendo Switch 2. There's Mario. Oh, with Mario Kart. Wait, the bundle is the exact same as the normal MSRP? Oh, it's only for launch. I get it. Yeah, I don't know. It's bigger and more powerful than the Switch. Is it bigger and more powerful than the Steam Deck though? Is my only thing. I mean, I like the satisfying like clicking shit that they have, but it's never been like, I imagine the joystick drift and shit like that is still gonna be there. And it's not like, who's gonna use this feature? You know? I'm just a skeptic when it comes to Nintendo. I'm sorry. Oh my god, it has a fucking, oh god, it's just a Wii? Well, I don't know how I feel about that. Or a Kinect, rather. I feel like if they had had more games that launched with it, then that would be pretty cool. Although the fact that it comes with like all the, a bunch of old games is pretty solid. What was it this that had made you pay for the like product demo games? Or am I thinking of something else? Cashco said, yes, let me rebuy all the games you already have. Todd Howard has entered the chat. We also have DBC who said, you buy a Nintendo console to buy Nintendo games because they don't release Pokemon, Zelda, or Mario anywhere else. I've just never been that much of a platformer, so Mario's never been a thing for me. And for everything else, I just emulate it. But let's see how much this, they have its own, wait, it has its own pro controller already. Fascinating. 2 more controllers, a charging grip, the extra straps, a wheel, they're bringing wheels back. Listen, I'm kind of a fan of the wheels, just for the aesthetic. A Nintendo Switch 2 camera. Oh, it doesn't say how much it is instantly, but I just don't know how I feel about that. Then adjust the angle to get the best shot. It can capture a wide view, so even big rooms or groups of people can get in on the fun. And it has a built-in privacy shutter. I like that. A Nintendo GameCube controller? Only compatible with the Switch 2. Damn, that's a good move. That's a very good call on their part. A dock, a protector, carrying case, adapter, blah, blah, blah. The usual sort of stuff. I don't know. It's just never been a thing. Christine over on TikTok says, we got the Switch 2. It's worth it. Really? Okay. I don't know. I mean, if you're a Nintendo gal, I get it. Also, TikTok Live is yelling at me for some reason. There we go. We're back. TSA says, I bought the first Switch and only played Animal Crossing. Yeah, same. But to be fair, Animal Crossing, I think that was more of a timing thing. Do you guys remember the conspiracy theory that happened during the pandemic where people were saying that the Nintendo Switch only came out at the same time, or like Animal Crossing came out at the same time as the pandemic, and it was like a conspiracy to sell more Animal Crossing copies because people were just stuck inside in quarantine? Also, Stupid said there is allegedly a built-in camera and mic. Oh, okay. Thank God, because I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's more than the Steam Deck has. Baronka says it's a normal Switch, but with Zoom meetings. Christ. We also have Luke Kid, who says, Doom Crossing was a great meme since the games came out the same day. Yeah! Oh, man. Dude, I've been going hard into the Doom lore recently, and I didn't realize it was so involved. Because people really, like, especially when it comes to the newer games and the oh my god, what is it? Doom, what's the medieval one called? The one where he, spoiler alert, goes undead briefly and shit like that. Like, that one is placed weirdly in the timeline or some shit, so that he's kind of like before Doom Eternal. But it does go really hard. Yeah, Doom Dark Ages. Here we go. Where he has a whole-on dragon and shit. Oh, amazing. So fucking cool. But also, I can't be bothered to play the original games, but like when I can't do that because the games are so fucking old, I usually go through and I do the like little deep dive into the wiki. And so I was going through and I was reading the entirety of the Doom like timeline. Former Future Frog, hi. Same with Wager Up TV, hello, hello. Same with Spirometry. Welcome in, thanks for the follows. And so I was trying to figure out what the fuck is happening, and there were just so many names and like so much religion that went into it to a certain degree, but like not really, because you know, he does fight through hell and all that, so obviously some variety of creator and devil has to exist. But it was really cool, and I liked looking at I liked looking at the pictures of the Doomslayer over time, if that makes sense. Like, it's always cool to see how old games develop into their current iterations. So if we look at, like, Khajiit from Elder Scrolls, the original Khajiit were, like, full-on just furries. They were just people with cat ears. And then the newer ones are, you know, proper, like, cat people. And then they kind of cover their tracks by saying, like, oh, yeah, there's actually a series of Khajiit. And so, like, these are the Skyrim ones, rather. But if we go back further early on in the game, it shows you, yeah, here we go, the original ones, which just look like normal fucking people. And then later on, they were like normal people with cat ears and tails and things like that. There are also like different versions of Khajiit that have different sizes and different intelligences. And like what kind of Khajiit you are when you're born depends on the phase of the moon that existed at the time of your birth, which is always a wild concept. I think that's really cool as far as like the lore goes. So there's some Khajiit that functionally look like house cats, but are really fucking smart and just like can speak normal English and shit like that. Canon Otter Studio says, I always loved how brave Nintendo was with its 4-player adapters in the classic systems to how a Game Boy could hook up to the GameCube as a controller with a screen. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. But they always release this creative hardware, and there's like 2 or 3 games at most that use it, so they're really creative, but I wish they did more of that type of stuff. Yeah, I feel like the camera's not gonna be super useful. That and like the little mouse mechanic that they have, not 100% sure. Landon over on TikTok says I just started my 999th run of Skyrim. Wish me luck. How much did you mod it is the real question. We also had Vinny who followed. Hello, hello. Inspiramateer says, what is Date Everything? It's a game where you fuck furniture. Functionally. It's like a dating sim, except literally everything in your house is dateable. I wonder what we haven't run into yet. Hold on. Date Everything. Because there's a fuck ton of voice actors in it that represented a bunch of different characters. Like you can date your D20 and it's the voice of Matt Mercer, which has been wildly popular. Yeah, Chance, because people love Matt Mercer. Ancient Mango says it's JD Vance his favorite game. You can date your bed, you can date the door, your phone, different apps on your phone, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like here's the door. You can date a rubber duck in your bathroom. The piano. It gets wild, and apparently there's a bunch of like hidden ones where you can do specific, you can turn specific things on and off in your house and then unlock the ability to date the air that comes out of your air conditioning and shit like that. Super Nerd said you can date the game itself. Yeah, it gets meta. Justice Hurt says the phone vibrating. Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure they alluded to that. I don't know how sexual it gets is the only thing, which is probably a good thing considering it's a stream game. They also have the voice of Zuko, who's playing the fireplace, because of course. Your butt dank says if you're the car Khajiit and you're having a cat Khajiit, and you're having a baby during the Skyrim Khajiit boon phase, the maternity mortality rate must be insane. You know, I never thought about that before. I never thought about like the actual birth of, because like imagine giving birth, you know, with your fucking, if your Khajiit wife gives birth to a fucking cat. Just like a full-ass house cat. Oh god. Oh no. Now I hate this, where this train of thought is going. But the official Lucifer is here saying, how is it going, Diana? It's going good. We tried to play the game, but we have to wait till next week when it fully releases, I think. Apocryphal says you wouldn't date a car. Johnny Infamous says Diana's gonna date a plant and it's gonna die on her. Are there houseplants in this game that you can date? No way. You can date a towel. And whatever this thing is. Oh, there's one called Diana. Hello? Wait a sec. Who is it? Oh, I can't, she's not, is she in here? This is the electricity. The piano, the D20. Is this just your homework? This just looks like homework, like someone's notes. Yeah, there's a book there as her little pauldron. And like notes written on her arm and shit like that. Is it a journal? She's got a lock. Oh, that is fascinating. Yeah, the character design in these games is insane. Like if you go over to the door, it's not showing here, but it has like full on a like doorknob as a wristwatch, and like this man's, here we go. Open image in new tab. There we go. He's got like a set of keys as like his little necklace thing. He's got one of those like security alarms on his shoulder. It's just so cool. The way that his like color of his coat is a full-on like door frame itself. He's got a knocker on his helmet. It's so fucking cool. Also, Pirate says, thank you for suggesting Fantasy Plus. My players love it. Ah, amazing. I'm so glad they love it. Holy shit, that's great. We also had Nick Reinhardt, who said dating Doom Guy would be fun. Lots of fireworks. He intimidates me. Although, apparently, like, the entire reason that he does what he does is because he got John Wicked. Like, someone killed his rabbit in the first game. Spoilers, by the way, for a game that came out in probably, like, the fucking 70s. And so that's why he rampaged through hell, is he full-on got John Wicked. I'm pretty sure the rabbit might have also been named Daisy. I could be wrong there. Senor Bonky says, the lapel. Is that what they call it? The like little collar thing, the lapel? That would make sense. I can't tell what's on his ear though. Is it like one of those sliding locks that's on hotel rooms? Where you like slide a little pin in to something? Super said Doom Guy got John Wick ×2. They killed his rabbit and then his family. I love how he primarily got mad because of his rabbit though. And then his family later is like a secondary thing, I guess. But Oh, the diary is Diana. Oh, Diana the diary. That makes sense. That tracks. Also, let's see. Johnny Infamous says, I like how they made Doom Guy look like Guts from Berserk in the Dark Ages. I actually haven't seen Berserk, but people keep recommending it to me. Why do people like it so much for me? What is Berserk? Hold on, we should look this up. You guys are gonna learn alongside me. Berserk. Oh no, I have too many tabs open, don't I? I kept looking at like beta fish and shit like that in my own podcast and the Nintendo Switch. Berserk, not the video game. Is it like an anime? It's a manga. It's deep and it's not safe for stream. Got it, noted. We won't do that. It's unhinged. It's dark. Oh, really? Okay, wait, maybe I can find like a wiki article that I can pull up. Berserk manga, if I can't show it on stream. Not gonna lie, I would like it a lot more without all the assault. Got it. Set in a medieval Europe-inspired dark... Wait, it's medieval Europe? It centers on the characters of Guts, a swordsman, and Griffith, the leader of a mercenary band called the Band of the Hawk. It's Guts' journey seeking revenge on Griffith, who betrayed him and the rest of their comrades. Okay. So it's a sword and sorcery type, like, fantasy game. It doesn't actually have guns, which is nice. I'm not a big fan of, like, guns in games and shit like that. Interesting. And it's a revenge story. I love revenge stories. Good to know. Berserk is known for its frequent and often extended hiatuses. And some shit was put off for a decent while. There was an anime in 1997, which was converted into a 25-episode series. And then there's a film series, a second anime series, which was in 2016, which was only 12 episodes. And then there's a bunch of video games. Fascinating. There's also a novel, but it looks like a spin-off, so good to know. It has guns only during the first arc. Oh. And Warlock King says, well, the writer has died. No wonder there has been a break. Whoopsies. Also, Ancient Mango says the 2016 anime is bad. Avoid it at all costs. Whoops. Also, Lucas says that the writer might have died, but at least he was good with his colleagues finishing it. Good to know. Also, Johnny Infamous says it inspired every anime with a guy with a big sword, the Dark Souls series, and so much more. Did it really? So it was like the OG? Oh. I didn't know that. Also, Akoto Garu says the writer said that it showed his journey as he grew into an adult and as a manga writer. And also, Justice Hurt says Keanu Reeves is working on a Berserk show or something. Of course he is. I'm glad they got him for it, but there's no way. If people love... Here's the thing. If someone loves a treasured piece of anime history and manga history and shit like that so much, they're probably not... That same fan base is going to fucking hate any sort of spin-off or whatever that comes out of it. Any sort of iteration. I mean, look at the people who hated the live-action Avatar and then the other live-action Avatar. You know, it's not fantastic. Also, Warlock King says it's not bad. It's just 3D animation, so it's janky as hell. Oh, gotcha. Strange Miniatures also says the new anime felt disjointed and badly written. And Johnny says the Berserk has some of the most incredible artwork of all time. So even as someone who doesn't read manga, is it still something that some naive person who just happens to like revenge stories would be into? Also, Supernerd said the live-action One Piece is pretty good. Oh, I have heard good things about that, actually. I heard that one was pretty faithful, though. Will also wants me to hydrate. Hi, Will. DBCU said the live-action Avatar movie was bad. The live-action One Piece was fairly well received. What else has been converted from, like, other forms into live action? I mean, I guess, like, Game of Thrones, technically novel to TV show, obviously not that great. At least not in the end. The Witcher series was really good for a hot sec. Someone brought that up. Cashel said, okay, first off, fuck the first Avatar movie. Aang didn't kill anyone in the entire series, and they have him kill someone in the movie because why? He killed someone in the movie? I didn't know that. Spoiler for something that came out fucking forever ago. Ancient Mango says there's also a love story element to Berserk too. Oh, that's kind of cute. I'll tell you what I have read, dude, is the manga, the graphic novel for Sandcastles, which is, it got converted into Old, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. That was really good as a graphic novel. It was okay as a movie. It was not that great. Another really bad adaptation. Justice Hurt says Detective Pikachu. Wait, I thought people liked Detective Pikachu. Did they not? DBCU said this is Dragon Ball live action. Oh my god. And Cowboy Bebop, we talked about that one. Death Note, someone mentioned. Was the Death Note? I thought that was bad. And Yearbud Dank says the recently canceled Wheel of Time. Oh, what the fuck was Wheel of Time? Well of Time? No, Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time. Oh, okay. It's a magical sort of thing? Adapted from the Wheel of Time. Was it originally a book? Firefox, please. A series of fantasy novels by Robert Jordan with Brandon Sanderson as a co-author of the final 3 books. It was 14 volumes, even though it was supposed to be a trilogy. That kind of tracks. Oh, it's like a 90s style book. Interesting. Draws on elements of both European and Asian mythologies, most notably the cyclical nature of time in Buddhism and Hinduism, balanced duality, God and Satanism. Interesting. What? Sorry, Brandon. Didn't mean to click on you there. I'm kind of surprised they haven't made a, like, TTRPG based off of this. Or have they? Oh, they have. The Wheel of Time role-playing game. I'm an idiot. Here we go. The role-playing game that was created in November 2001. So it's been out for way longer than I've been doing this. Oh, it's by Wizards of the Coast. Is it abandoned? Prophecies of the Dragon, the only expansion that was ever published. Oh. Damn, I wonder why it was dropped. After Lemon says Mistborn books 1 and 2 were great. The 3rd was so large-scale political. Ugh. Also, Akoto says it was great as a book series, but that production value was going to get higher as they went, and that annoyed Brandon Sanderson. Annoyed Brandon Sanderson finished it because it was just as bad. Gotcha. Warlock King says I have the original book. Shit, that might be a collector's item someday. Also, DBCU said American live-action Death Note was bad. Ow. It kind of looked bad. Was that the one with What's-His-Fuck as the demon? Granted, I haven't seen Death Note or read it. Although I did show someone... Oh my god, what is it? The Mystery of the Fault. And it's by, like... Yeah, The Enigma of Amigara Fault. Fucking great little mini-series. I'm not one for reading manga, but, like, this is something that everyone should read just for the culture of it. It's just a short story. It really doesn't take all that long. Like, you can even find it as a full PDF online. Like, I wouldn't download it. There's a way to read it in browser. But it's really fucking cool if anyone recognizes that one. Willem Dafoe. Yeah, that's the guy. Also, Stupid Nerd said the Berserk rule number 1 is that good things can't happen. Oh, God. I don't know if I feel good about things that have 0 payoff, though. Also, Starry Night said, I did like the live-action Death Note movie, but I was also in middle school when I watched it, so I take my opinion at that time with a huge grain of salt. Noted. It's like how I liked, God, anything in middle school. Aesthetic Techie, hi, and then Starry Night, hello. Let's see, I think that's about all I have for you guys today. I gotta skedaddle because I gotta go back to work. But it was lovely having you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we had someone guide the raid earlier to a friend called Dying of Exposure, which is a wild name, and they're currently playing some sort of game. Oh yeah, a tabletop game. So I'll send you guys over to them. They're playing Paranoia. So bear in mind, it is a bit mature. You'll get a little warning when you pop in, but that's okay. If you're watching this stream, you're probably fine. So we're gonna send you guys over in that direction. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you back here again tomorrow for one last stream before I head off to Ren Faire. Thank you all so much for the support, for hanging out, and I'll see you at 5 o'clock tomorrow. In the meantime, bye-bye. Whoop, that's the Be Right Back screen. Hold on. Bye-bye.